Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to play a little bit of Slay the Spire. This is a game that is still in early access, but despite it being in early access, there's actually a ton of content and replayability that you can currently do in the game, even though it is in early access. So I have unlocked all of the characters. They recently added this character, the Defect, which is like a robot type character, but I don't really like that character. This character is pretty cool. We might play with him if I fail with this character, but I like this character the most, so I am going to start a fresh run with this character. So if you haven't played the game yet, or you're not familiar with the game, it is a pretty weird combination of a couple of games. Let me just see here. Okay, we don't really need that. Let's go for this one, I think. Yes, let's go for that one. Okay, that's a pretty good relic. So it's a combination between Risk of Rain, turn-based Final Fantasy, and almost a kind of Hand of Fate type game. If you've played Hand of Fate, then you will know exactly what I mean. Let me just read here. While in hand, lose 1 HP when other cards are played. Wow, that's a bad one. If transformed or removed from your deck, lose 3 max HP. That's really bad. At the end of your turn, lose 1 HP for each card in your hand. That's also pretty bad. While in hand, lose 1 HP when other cards are played. Okay, so I think the consideration is removed from your deck. Removed from your deck, what does that mean? No, I think we can take this one. Transformed or removed from your deck. Yes, let's take that one. Oh, okay, actually, I already have all 3 of these. I was thinking that I have to choose one of them. Okay, well, that's not good, because all 3 of those, except the Parasite one, are pretty bad. And the relics that we get are start each combat with 1 strength. That's not really that good. Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. That's okay. And then at the start of each combat, gain 5 plated armor. That's really good. Okay, so overall, I think we did pretty good. So, the way that this game works is, first off, it's like Risk of Rain, because you get a bunch of relics, and the more bosses you defeat, the more relics you get. And you try to move through all of these things to the very end. The reason why it is also like Final Fantasy is because it is turn-based combat, except instead of using abilities, you use cards, all of these different cards. You start with a set amount of cards, and then you gain cards as you go on. And the reason why it is like Hand of Fate, if you've played that game yet, is because it uses cards, and the card acquisition system is pretty similar to the one that you get in Hand of Fate. So that is the basic breakdown of what you are going to see in this video. So let me just see. It is also quite a bit of a roguelite game, whereby it's not linear. You can choose your path all along here. Now I'm just trying to plot which course will be the best. Usually I go for the most bosses. Those things there are bosses. Those are just like normal enemies. So I want to get as many bosses as possible. So there's 2 bosses on that track over there. There's no bosses on that track there. And there's 2 bosses on that track there. So let me just see here. There's 1 fire, 2 fires, 3 fires over there. So that's actually a pretty good one. I think I'm going to take this left track. So basically you start out, let me just see here. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Let's discard this one card, and then we can strike and strike. So basically you start with 3 energy. Each time you cast a card or use a card, it takes that amount of energy. So some cards take 2 energy, some cards take 1 energy and stuff like that. So you can also get more energy, but you need like relics usually. Those types of relics up there, you need a special relic in order to get that. So I don't think we will be able to kill him this turn, unfortunately. So we will just block and do that and do that. So the beginning of the game is pretty difficult, I would almost say. It's pretty much the same as Risk of Rain, if you've played that game before, because in Risk of Rain also at the beginning you don't have a lot of relics, so you are pretty weak actually. Let me just see, can only be played if there are no other cards in your hand. No, that's not very good. I guess I will take this one then. So at the beginning the game is a little bit slow because you don't have a lot of cards, which makes the game exciting. But at the end of your turn, lose 1 HP, okay. But I think overall later on it gets much quicker. Let me just read here. At the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Okay, that's pretty good. So the combat gets quicker later on. And the most relics that I've had was like 30 relics. So you have a bunch of relics here at the top, which make you either stronger or weaker. Some relics make you weaker also. Blah blah blah. Okay. So he is going to attack. So we just do that basically. So yeah, that's basically how you play the game and what you can expect. I really like the game, like really like the game. The first time that I played the game, I played it for like 6 hours in my first sitting of playing the game, which is really something that I don't do a lot. Usually I just try a game out for like a few hours and then I play another game if it doesn't really interest me all that much, but this game really got my attention from the very beginning. It's really a pretty awesome game in my opinion. And it really came out of nowhere. I mean, even though it is still in early access, I really wasn't aware that this game was actually out for quite a while already. And I only recently found the game and started playing it. And I don't usually like roguelite games because I like more games where your progress is saved. I like games like that. But this one was really quite awesome for me, even though, like I said, I don't really like roguelite games usually. At the end of your turn, gain 1 week. For 175. That's actually not too bad. So I got 175 gold, but I got a curse card added to my hand. So we just fight this battle, and then on the next fight we are going to fight a boss. So we do that, and then we discard that, and then we strike that little thing twice. That should be good. The way that the combat system works is that your opponent will either attack you or he will defend. Depending on what he does, you have to either attack or you have to defend. So if he chooses to attack, and like for now, he is attacking with 10 attack. So I now have to put up at least 10 defense on myself, otherwise I am going to take damage. So I do that by basically playing all of the cards, and now I have 5 defense, and I'm gonna gain another 5 defense from the plated armor. So his attack isn't going to damage my health at all, since my armor is going to absorb that damage. And it works the same with them. If they are blocking, then I need to attack past all of the blocking that they currently have. Otherwise I'm going to do no damage to them. So it works the same for them as what it works for me. Let's see here, gain 5 block. Block is removed, that's pretty good. Apply 2 weak, gain 12 block. That's not really good. I think blur will probably be the best. If you have discarded a card this turn, gain... No, that's not really good. I think blur will probably be the best. And now we are going to fight a boss. And from bosses you get relics, like those that I have at the top. You gain relics, so that's really quite good. We can do a strike and defend and blur. Okay, now whenever you play a skill, he gains 2 strength. So I should try to not play any skills. That's a skill right there. Let's see, discard all non... Yeah, okay, that's fine. So he dealt 14 damage to me, and because I have 20 defense, I'm not taking any damage from that. So that's pretty good. Okay, so far I haven't taken any damage, that's pretty good. Now, unfortunately, I am going to definitely be taking some damage. Because I'm going to play this 2 block and he's going to gain 4 strength, which is really quite bad for me. But unfortunately it is unavoidable. So there, because he attacked with 30 and I only had 15 defense, I took 15 damage there. Holy shit, he's doing a lot of damage now. I'm not too sure. Well, I will be able to survive this one, but it's not going to be good. I'm going to be taking quite a bit of damage now. And actually I'm dead. Okay, so just like that I'm dead. That's quite unfortunate. I just got really bad cards there. I got too many skill cards and not enough attack cards, unfortunately. Because that guy, if you get a lot of attack cards, he's not too difficult. But if you get a shitload of the skill cards, then his attack just gets so out of hand that, like you saw there, he starts hitting you with like 40 damage, which is just basically unblockable. So because this is a roguelite game, you just restart and you start from the beginning without any of the previous stuff that you had. And you have to try to get past 3 of the end bosses. If you get past 3 of the end bosses, basically 3 levels, then you get a bunch of rewards and then you unlock the following character. But I've already done that 3 times, that is why I have unlocked all of the characters. So let me just have a look here. Where can I go? Once again I will choose the path with the most bosses. This path has 2 bosses, so that's pretty good. I think I will go on this path over here. So hopefully this time we can have a little bit of better luck instead of the pretty bad luck which we had in the previous run. You also get a bunch of status ailments, like for instance the weakened, which I was inflicted with just now. But those status ailments only last a few turns. As you can see that there, that will last 2 turns. You can also inflict status ailments on your opponent, and that is actually what this character, that's like his speciality. His speciality is inflicting status ailments upon the enemies, like poison and weakness. Become confused, draw 2 cards. Okay, so that's a potion. And then quick slash is pretty good. Let me just see. Heal hook, deal 5 damage if the enemy is weakened, gain that, and draw 1 card. That's actually pretty good. But I wonder. I think quick slash will be better, because this will be good if I can consistently inflict weak on my opponents, but I don't really have a consistent way to inflict weak on them. And here I will take the relic once again. If your HP is at or below, oh, that's pretty good. That will allow me to heal myself quite a bit, because healing is really important in this game, like incredibly important. Okay, so if I take this path, then I'm going to miss that flame and that flame. If I take this path, then I'm going to get that flame over there, which is pretty good. And then I can just switch to over there. Okay, so I don't usually want to take a merchant with this little gold, but I don't really have an option here right now. So we will see what the merchant has to offer. That's really good. That's a good card over there. And I don't really see any other good cards right here. That's also a very good card. and I actually do have enough to buy both of them. So I will buy that one and I will buy that one. I would have wanted to buy one of these relics, since these 3 here are relics, but as I said, I don't have enough gold right now, unfortunately. But I managed to get 2 pretty good cards out of that. Oof, that is going to hurt a little bit, so I probably need to use this, and then that, and then that. Because if I keep that other card in my hand, then I'm going to take damage for every card that I have left over in my hand. And that's certainly not good. So let's do that. Add a block, and then strike. So that's pretty much how you play the game. You try to keep as much HP as possible, obviously because it is a roguelite game. HP management is very important. And then besides that, you just try to get the best relics possible. Sometimes you get very good relics, other times you get very bad relics. It's just really a matter of having good RNG or not. Since if you have bad RNG, then you will absolutely not make it very far in your run. At the start of your turn, add a shiv to your hand. That's not bad. Eviscerate, cost 1 less, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. I think we will take that one since it's a power. Powers are pretty useful since it lasts throughout the entire combat in the turn that you played it. So we will do that, and we will do that, and we will do that. Oh, that's bad. The fact that I got regret there is not very good. I lost 5 HP there. Okay, so unfortunately I lost that 5 HP unnecessarily, but there's really not much you can do about that. Outmaneuver is a really good card. And yeah, I think we will take Outmaneuver. The cool thing about this hero that I have is that he can have like sometimes up to 10 energy in a single turn, which is really quite amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna take 8 damage now, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to block. So this is a boss. It's like a 3-part boss, and they constantly remove cards from your deck, basically. So the longer that the fight goes on, the more cards they are going to be able to remove from your deck. So you need to try to kill these bastards very quickly. Otherwise, at the end of the day, you're not going to have any cards remaining. Okay, Noxious Flames are going to be good. Let me just see, 6 damage, 6 damage, and then that. Okay, so one of them are dead, fortunately. Okay, so this turn I'm going to take 16 damage, unfortunately. That's not very good. But it can't be helped. Holy shit, I drew so many of those useless cards. That's not cool. So that was a pretty useless turn. As you can see, the longer the game goes on, the more of these dazed cards you get. So that's not really good, but fortunately my poison from the noxious fumes, which I activated, should be able to kill him on this turn. So that's pretty good. So I took about 25 damage, which is quite a lot. Okay, that's a pretty useless relic, unfortunately. So it's quite a lot of damage, but I should be able to recover from that at the fire, because you get the ability to heal yourself at the fires, so that's pretty good. Okay, so I probably need to do a double defend here, otherwise I'm going to take a bit of damage. Okay, that was a pretty good turn. Okay, so this was a very good encounter. I took one single damage, so that was actually a pretty good encounter. And then, I haven't said it yet, but at the end of every battle, you get to select a card. So you get to add one more card to your deck. So by the end of the third level, you have a bunch of cards in your hand or in your deck. And we will take poison. So now we will go to the camp and we will rest. You can choose to upgrade a card or you can choose to rest, but I'm going to choose to rest because I took a bit of damage from that boss fight. Here we get a relic. Regular enemy combats are no longer encountered in question mark rooms. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So I will no longer encounter enemies in rooms like this. And lose 11 HP. I think I have to do that, unfortunately. Okay, so here we do another boss battle. Hopefully we can survive. Okay, with this boss you basically need to break through his armor, and that's really good. The fact that I got the infinity blades at the very beginning is very good, and noxious fumes, that's also really good. I'm happy that I was able to get that. So we will do that. Or actually I have to do that last. Or not at all, since that can really actually screw me over, but I guess I have to do it. So we will do that, and unfortunately I didn't get an attack card. I would have really liked to get an attack card there. So this thing can get really powerful really quickly. As you can see already, he's attacking with 18 damage. So I'm gonna take 80 damage from that. Okay, backflip is good. And I think I have to defend here, otherwise I'm gonna take a bunch of damage. So I'm gonna take another 8 damage here, but fortunately he's taking poison damage each and every turn. So I just need to hold out until I can reliably defend myself, or just wait until he runs out of health from all of the poison damage that he's taking. He's going to inflict something upon me now. Okay, that's not very good. And I'm gonna take 7 damage. Okay, that's good. He's dead. So I fortunately managed to deal enough damage to him there so that he can just die and he won't attack me with that 18 damage, because 18 damage would have really hurt me. The first time you lose HP, each combat draw 3 cards. Okay, that's a pretty good relic. Not awesome, but it's pretty good. Ideally, the best relics in the entire game to get are relics where you get health from. So anything that gives you health is really good. At the start of boss combats, heal 25 HP. That's actually really good. And I can't take those. Let me just look at the rest of the cards. I actually think that that one will probably be the best one, since I fight a lot of bosses. So yes, I think I'm going to take that one, and then I just have enough gold to walk out of here with a handful of pennies. So that will actually help me quite a lot, I think. Hopefully I can survive this combat. Oof, I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. Hit that one, and then that. Jeez, yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a lot of damage here. That's not good, because I got no defense cards, unfortunately. Okay, dagger spray is good. Okay, shove that one so that he can die, or let's do a backflip first. a bouncing flask. Okay, unfortunately I'm gonna take 7 damage here. That's definitely not good. Okay, do I have enough to kill him? 6 damage, 5, 3... I don't think I have enough to kill him. That is not good. 5, 4, I think oh no, I'm gonna miss it by 1 damage. I'm going to literally die with 1 damage remaining. Because if I do this, then I'm gonna take 4 damage. And I don't have anything that's going to add any armor to me, unfortunately, so I just have to go full out attack, I think, even though I won't make it. Yeah, he survives with 1 HP and he kills me. So as you can see, just like that, you can go from a pretty good position to absolutely dead. So as I said, if I lose with that one, I will try it with this character. This character is kind of like a paladin. He basically has a bunch of healing stuff, but he's like a healing warrior. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Wow, that's really, really good. He's like a healing warrior. He has a few healing abilities and stuff like that. So let's see which one has the most bosses. There's no bosses there. Wow, this one actually has very few bosses, only 1 boss. Sometimes you get 3 bosses on one path, but this path, none of them have more than 1 boss, so it really doesn't matter all that much which path I choose then. But I'm gonna choose this one since it has the most question marks, and question marks most of the time are good, most of the time. Okay, I should be able to kill him now. So as you can see, this pyramid thing is a really good card since you never discard your hand. So it allows you to have a massive hand at the end of the day. At the end of your turn you lose 1 HP and deal 5 damage to all enemies. That's not really that good. Place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. That's not really that good. And this one is actually good. Okay, let's do that one. Okay, fortunately I take no damage. That's good. If you can walk away from a fight without having taken any damage, that's also always very good. Twin Strike is good. Ethereal. if this card, blah blah blah. Yeah, but I would rather, I think... let me just see. Exhausted cards are removed from your deck until the end of combat. I think Twin Strike will be better, to be honest. Even though Carnage is very good. It's a very good card. I think Twin Strike will be better. Simply because it's not limited by being ethereal. Injury... normality is very bad. Very, very, very bad. But getting a relic is extremely good. So let's take the chance. Okay, so we got... upon pickup, upgrade 2 random skills. Okay, that's good. It's not the best skills that it chose to upgrade, but it's not too bad. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I took a little bit of damage, but it's not the end of the world. Armaments is extremely good. That's a really, really good card. Okay, so I could skip a boss right now, but I want to take the boss on, so we will do that. Oh, for fuck's sakes, I got normality. That's not good. Okay, so we took, I don't know, like 40 damage, but fortunately we should be able to get that health back. At the start of your turn, lose 1 HP and draw 1 card. No, that's really not worth it. For fuck's sakes, I keep drawing normality at the beginning of my turn. It's really not good. Okay, I should be able to kill that one. 6 and 6 and 6. And then on my next turn I should be able to kill the other one. Okay, that was pretty good. A relatively difficult battle and I didn't lose any HP. This thing is really good, but I don't have a lot of block cards. Shuffle a dazed into your pile, that's not good. Seeing red is pretty good, but I almost think that I should go for the flame barrier. Okay, we take that one and we heal. Whenever you add an attack card, oh, that's very good. So whenever I add an attack card to my deck, it is automatically upgraded. That's really quite good. Holy shit, each and every time I draw normality in my opening hand. That's incredibly bad. Okay, blah blah blah, yeah, so I can't use that because of normality. That fucking sucks. Let's see, fill all your empty potion slots with random potions. That's actually pretty good. So let's use that one. And let's also use this one. At the end of your turn gain 3 block. Well, that's pretty good. That will certainly save me a little bit of HP. Gain 3 thorns. That's going to be good. So yeah, I think I should take that one. Since thorns means that my enemies take damage when they hit me. And since there are so many enemies, that will actually be pretty good. Okay, I will attack that one. Or should I just defend? I think just defending will actually be the best choice. Defend and defend. Because then I will only take like actually no damage, I think. I won't take any damage and they will kill themselves when they hit me. So that's really good. Now I can hit that one, that there, and kill that one. Okay, I can do flame barrier, that will be good. And then that. So this was actually a pretty good one. I didn't take any damage as far as I can remember. Now I just need to get rid of that normality out of my hand. Battle Trance is very good. Blood for blood isn't that good. Each time you lose HP in combat. Yeah, but that's only that turn, I think. So I think Battle Trance or Pommel Strike. I think Pommel Strike will be the best. It's really close, but I think Pommel Strike is a little bit better. Okay, blah blah blah. I think a relic will be pretty good. And upon pick up, raise your max HP by 10. That's not really a good relic, unfortunately. Okay, so I will go this way, and then I will go to the merchant and see what he can give me. Every 3 turns gain 1 extra, what do you call it? Energy. That's not really that good. Let's see if there's anything else that I can get which is better for the amount of money that I'm spending. This is okay. It's not awesome. Armaments is always good. How much does it cost? 75. And that's quite a lot. But I think I should actually do it. Okay, so I will take feed, I think. And then that's really good. And then I will remove a card. And the card that I want to remove is Normality. Do I want to remove Normality or do I want to remove Regret? I actually think Regret will screw me over more because of the runic pyramid that I have. Let's just see here. No good potions there. And armaments is pretty good. I guess I can take armaments. Okay, so that's not awesome, but it was a pretty good merchant. And we will just heal up. And then we can take on the boss almost. Okay, metallicize and flame barrier. Okay, we will do armaments, or no, defend, twin strike, and a normal strike. Okay, now I need a little bit of defense, because this is going to hurt. Okay, I should be able to kill him with the Carnage. I just want to see, isn't there anything else that I can maybe do to kill him? No, I think the Carnage is pretty much a pretty good way to kill him. And then I just need to deal with that little guy. That's pretty good. I gained 4 max HP due to that card. If you kill a guy with that card, then you gain max HP, so that's really good. Deal 8 damage if the enemy is vulnerable, blah blah blah. That's not good. That's a good card. This is a really good card. But yeah, I think spot weakness might be better than twin strike, to be honest. Okay, so now I can remove a card from my deck, and the card that I want to remove is normality. Okay, that's pretty good. So now I only have good cards. I have no bad cards in my deck right now. And then we fight the ooze. So I think we are obviously going to do that, and then we can do a pommel strike. Let me just see if there's not anything cool. Okay, well, I should actually have drank that before, and then we can also drink that, and I think that will be fine. Okay, do a bash and twin strike. Okay, we do that, and that, and that. Now this one will split. It will split into two smaller oozes, and then you have to kill those oozes, and then those oozes will split into smaller oozes again. So it's pretty irritating, but it's not so dangerous, to be honest. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna take quite a bit of damage, so we will do that. That gives me 16, that gives me 20, and then I can do another defend, I think, in order to not take any damage. I think that will be best. Okay, so I need to defend at least once actually in order to not take a lot of damage. And then I can do strike and twin strike. And that will interrupt his ability. That means he will split. So I can do that. Gain 4 max HP, that's good. I can do that, and then I can defend like that. So yeah, this actually went really good. It was a really good battle. Didn't lose a lot of HP, and even though losing HP in this battle doesn't really matter because of the fact that at the end of the main boss battle, so at the end of this battle, I will actually have my HP fully healed. So it's not like the other battles where you really need to watch your HP. So I actually had a little bit more HP than what I needed. And I can get another feed. I think that will be pretty good, since the feed constantly increases my maximum HP. And now I can choose one of the relics. Potions always drop after combat. Gain blah blah blah. At the start of each turn you no longer obtain potions, and then obtain 3 curses and 3 relics. But it's random relics, so this is pretty good. The fact that I can't use any potions isn't really that bad. But I think taking the calling bell might actually be good. But no, I think I'm gonna take this one. Since potions really aren't that useful, to be honest. Having one more skill that I can do each and every turn is much better. And now we are in Act 2, so it works the same as Act 1. You just have to work through this entire thing in order to get to the second boss. And if we get to that second boss, then we can go to the third act. And currently in the early access build, the third act is the final act. So let's see, I can go here, get one boss there, get a merchant, get another boss there. And yeah, it seems like 2 bosses are the maximum amount of bosses that I can currently get. So then I just need to see which track has the most fires, since fires are also very good. There's one fire, then I can go there, there's another fire, there's another fire, and there's another fire, and there's another fire. So I'm gonna take the leftmost part of this map in order to get 5 fires. That's going to be pretty good. So as you can see, it's really quite cool having 4 stuff that you can do each turn instead of just having 3 stuff you can do. It's really quite cool. So we will do that, and then we will do that, and that, and that. Each time that we hit him, the amount of plated armor that he has goes down by 1. And we gain another 4 max HP, that's really good. Headbutt, place a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. No, that's not really good. Whenever you play an attack card, this turn gain 3 block, that's not really that good. It's pretty good, but not awesome. But I think we can do it. It will be pretty good. So we can skip a battle right here if we want to, but I would rather go this way, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I'm just looking at... Yeah, that should be fine. We're gonna miss that one boss there if we go on the left track. But if we don't attack that boss, then we're gonna miss 1, 2 fires. So I have to think, do I want 2 fires or do I want to fight the boss? And I think I would rather fight the boss? Question mark? No, I would rather not fight the boss. I think I can gain more power from the 2 fires, because each time that you visit a fire you can upgrade your cards. You can upgrade one of your cards, so I would rather want to do that than what do you call it? I would rather want to do that than get a relic, even though a relic is obviously pretty good. Okay, this is going to hurt a little bit. Okay, let me just think. I probably need to use this. And I should actually be able to kill him pretty soon. Very nearly. And I will be able to gain another 4 max HP, so that's really good. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand. No, that's not good. Anger, that's pretty good. War Cry. Draw 2 cards. Place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. I think the Anger will probably be better, since it's a free 7 damage that you can deal. I think let's try it. Okay, that's good. Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand costs 0 for the turn. That's pretty good. Okay, so unfortunately I'm recording this after I actually played the full 2 hours or whatever of the game, because at this point in the video my microphone actually stopped recording. So the first half of this video is narrated, and unfortunately the second half of this video is going to not have any narration or voice with it, because, as I said, my microphone just decided to stop working. But I did reach the very final level and the very final boss in this run, so that is why I'm not going to re-record gameplay for it, because the point of this video was to actually show you the full game, like to reach the very final boss, and I did indeed do that by the end of this video. It's just unfortunately that I do not have recorded voice for the rest of the video. So from here on out it's without any voice, but feel free to still continue watching the video, as like I said, it is a full run and I do reach the very final boss in the current early access build in this game. So if you want to see how it is to complete the game, then feel free to continue watching. So yeah guys, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching.
Oh.